Hello, my brothers and sisters. How you doing? Your brother Tony is in the house. Welcome to Over the Hump Day, and it's dinner time. It's that time, my brothers and sisters. I got a good meal for you all this evening. How you doing, Sister Flo Harvey Martin? I see your joint haircut down there. Come on in, my brothers and sisters. It's dinner time, and I got a good soul food meal prepared for you this evening. How you doing, Sister Sherry Smith? Sister Sherry has sit down at the dinner table, so come on in, my brothers. Come on in, my sister, for this good meal tonight. I hope that your soul is ready to feast on this good soul food tonight, because it's very, very important. Brothers, wake up, because it's your night. And sisters, I want you all to sit back and listen to what I'm about to say when I'm about how a woman should be brought towards a man. So sister, you listen up. Brother, you definitely take notice of it. Come on in, sit down at the dinner table. If you have anything to say during this broadcast, my brother and sister, feel free to say whatever you want to say, but be very careful, because we're going to have some guests that's coming in and sitting down at the dinner table so they can get part of this content. How you doing, Sister Katrina Rock? Katrina is sitting at the dinner table. So come on in, brother. Come on in, sister. And I want you all to be able to say whatever you want to say, but be very, very respectful, because we may have some guests here, okay? So we're about to get to it, my brother and sister. Get ready. Well, we are here again, my brothers and sisters. I hope that you all are ready, because we're going to have a good show this evening, and it's very, very imperative and important about when it comes to a relationship. How you doing, Sister Bailey? How you doing? Welcome to the dinner table. Come on in, brothers. Come on in, sisters. We got a good show this evening. Yes, we do. Now, let me tell you a little about myself. If this is your first time looking at this broadcast, my brother and sister, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk on relationships. I speak about relationships from basically a biblical perspective. When I say biblical perspective, I believe strongly, that God created the man first, and he had a unique relationship with the man. Secondly, he created the woman. Now, he didn't create the woman. He made the woman from the man, and he represented the woman to the man. Thirdly, when God brought the woman to the man, how you doing, Sister Deborah Scott? I see you at the dinner table. When God represented the woman to the man said in the presence of God, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call a woman, because she came from man. And for this cause, a man ought to leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. A man must cleave to his wife. That means be in oneness with his woman. Now, with that said, if you don't believe in the relationship between a man and woman, how you doing, mother? Mother coming to the dinner table. How you doing? If you don't believe in the concept of a man and woman relationship, you have what is called a free will. You can do whatever you choose to do, because God gave you a free will. But if you sit at the dinner table, let me be clear. I talk about a relationship from a biblical perspective. When you go to Genesis, that's where I'm coming from. God created the man, and then he created the woman. That's exactly where I'm coming from. But I encourage you to sit here, my brother and sister. If you don't believe in that concept, you still could get some of the good soul food, because it'll be good for you, my brother and sister. With that said, we're about to jump into tonight's content. Tonight's content is a man should wait for God to bring a good woman to him. Listen carefully. A man should wait for God to bring a good woman to him. When I say a man should wait, what type of man am I talking about? I'm definitely not talking about no worldly man, because God does not put our relationship together. God only put a relationship together between a man, a godly man, one of his sons, and a godly woman, one of his daughters. That's the only relationship God put together, because God is a God of peace, not a God of confusion. Because the Bible clearly said that God is the author. He is the God of peace, but not, he's the author of peace, but not of confusion, okay? So wherever there's confusion at, God is not there. So, brother, if you married the wrong woman and you got confusion, God is not there. On the flip side, my godly sister, you married the wrong man and you in a relationship, you got confusion, God is not there. I'm sorry, my brother, I'm sorry, my sister, but we're going to get into what it started with the man. It started with the man. What do I mean by it start with the man? Let's go over two words first of all. When I go to the dictionary, there are two words that I'm going to talk about, and you'll see it while I'm talking. The first word is the word weight. We all have an idea of what the word weight means, but let me go to the dictionary and tell you exactly what it means. According to the dictionary, weight is defined as to stay where one is or delay action until a particular time or something else happen. Listen again. Weight means stay where one is, delayed action until a particular time or something else happen. That's what wait is. Now we're going to add something else to wait. What does patiently waiting mean? Patiently waiting is defined as enduring trying circumstances with even tempted. Okay, when you are patiently waiting, it basically means you may have some temptations out there, but wait. Now, why are we waiting? We're about to get into that shortly. Now, how can a man get a good woman? How can a man get a good woman? A lot of single men are asking that question as I speak right now. A lot of single men are asking this question. And there are some married men that are the sons of God. I'm not talking about no worldly men. That are the sons of God that married the wrong woman because they did it their way without seeking the face of God through his Son, the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, a man must ask himself a couple of questions. The first question I'm going to get to is very vital, and then I'm going to talk about the other question a little later on in the program. The number one question that a man needs to ask before a woman come onto the scene is, do I have a personal relationship with God through his Son, Jesus Christ? This is imperative and this is important. This is the first thing a man needs to ask you for. I'm going to tell you this, my brother and sister. If you look at, most of the time when you look at relationship coaches, male or female, for some reason, they don't even want to point out God at the beginning. They want to tell you how to get a man or a woman by manipulating them some kind of way, but they stay away from God. You see, my brother, God is the creator of the universe. God is the creator of a man. God is the creator of a woman. God knows what love is, for God is love. No man, sister, know how to love you on his own. That's right. The Bible commands a husband to love his wife. But sister, let me tell you this. There's no man that walks on the face of the earth that knows and understands how to love a woman. There's not one man that ever came into this world besides Jesus that knows how to love a woman. Most men know how to like a woman, but most men don't know how to love a woman. In order for a man to love a woman, my sister and you brother, in order for you to love a woman, it's very important that you be in a relationship with God. And the only way you're going to get to God the Father, it ain't but one way. You have to go to God's Son, Jesus. That's where love is at. That's where the manual is at. Brother, if you listen to the relationship coaches, they don't know nothing. If they don't put God in it, they don't know nothing. Listen to me, brother. They do not know nothing. They're going to give you some schemes. They're going to take your money. They're going to tell you to come to their classes. They're going to want to do consultation, but they're going to give you some bull crap consultation because they're not going to tell you how to do it God's way. You know why they're not going to tell you? They're going to tell you how to do it Satan's way, which is slick and cunning. So, brother, if you want relationship advice, how to love a woman, stay away from the relationship coaches or counselors that is not going to start with the foundation. The foundation of a relationship is start with God first. So a man must go to the manual. A man must do two things. He must go to the manual and he must pray. He must pray to God first and foremost. And while he praying, he needs to read God's word. He has to eat God's word. Just like you eat a bologna sandwich, brother, or whatever you eat every day, you have to eat God's word. Your soul, you need to go into God's word every day, not every other day. You don't skip meals every day. You don't skip that natural food every day. You don't skip those hamburger steaks and everything every day. You eat that right. That's for your body. But what about your soul? Your soul, brother, is more important than that physical food. So the manual is God's word, the Bible. You must go to study to show yourself approved, brother. Also, you sisters. So the first thing, we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 3, 5, 6. Proverbs chapter 3, 5, 6. Proverbs chapter 3, 5, 6. And you have heard this before. This is for everyone. But brother, listen to me carefully. This applies to everyone and everything. But brother, listen up. It said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. So, brother, you have to trust in the Lord for everything, but we'll talk about relationship. We're going to condense it. We'll talk about relationship. It said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. You don't have no answer, brothers. You don't know how to love no woman. I don't know how to love Cinderella. I must say that I don't know how to love Cinderella on my own. I know how to like Cinderella, but I don't know how to love Cinderella. How am I able to love Cinderella? I have to have a relationship with God. How you doing, Brother Moses? That's the only way. So I have to go to a school and I have to sit down at the feet of the Lord and get instruction for life. And while I'm getting instruction for life, he is teaching me like he would teach you, brother. He will guide me like he would guide you, brother, how to love a woman efficiently and effectively. That's the only way. You, brother, you are like a cell phone. You need energy. I need energy. And where do you get the energy from? You have to plug a cell phone into the wall to get energy. But with the Lord, you just like a cell phone, brother. You have to plug into the Lord to get energized in order to love a woman. And also, in this same path, it said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. This for life in general, but we're talking about a relationship because this is part of life. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge, and he shall direct thy path. So, brother, you ask, how many men go to God and say, Lord, teach me how to love my wife? Those of you that are single, you should be focused on, if you're going to deal with a woman, don't deal with the woman unless you intending on getting engaged and then getting married. Or you just go ahead and get married. Don't mess with a woman time. Don't mess with a woman hard, because you're making it harder for men that's sincere that's going to come behind you. And that's why some of these women, they have trust issues. Because of men that preceded you. That's why some of you godly brother right now, there's a woman that you're interested in, but it seems like she got a wall up. Why does she got a wall up? Because she have been dealing with a whole bunch of crap from a man or different men. So they don't know who to open up to. That's why. So brothers, when it comes to a woman, like I had said earlier, do not really date no woman, consistently, unless you have a plan. I mean a long range plan. You don't date no woman just to be passing no time away until you find something better. That's what majority of the men do. They will date a woman or a serious woman until they quote unquote find what is called the one. Now also, as it is written in James chapter 1, 5 through 6, James chapter 1, 5 through 6. James chapter 1, 5 through 6. It said, if any of you lack knowledge, this go for any man or woman, but we talking about a relationship. If any lack wisdom, let him ask God, who give to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driving and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man and unstable in all his ways. A double-minded man is a worldly man. If you are a son of God, you shouldn't be double-minded. You should have wisdom, not intellect, not being smart. You want people to say that that man got wisdom. You don't want nobody saying, oh, he's smart. That's worldly. Oh, he's intelligent. That's worldly stuff. Wisdom trumps all of that. Wisdom, my brother, is the ability to see things from God's perspective in life, and especially when you deal with a woman. You got to have wisdom. The knowledge that you have, that wisdom is going to show you how to apply that knowledge. When you apply that knowledge, you're going to have understanding of what you're doing, and the effect what more than likely going to happen on a woman. And you have to discern what is right and wrong with whatever you do. So you got to go to a woman with the right motive, brothers. Ask for wisdom. If you ask for wisdom in life in general, you need to ask God for wisdom when it comes to a woman. Because, brother, I'm telling you, nobody, and I know it surprised some of you, but Tony didn't have no wisdom how to love no woman. I had a lot of light, but I didn't know no wisdom. I didn't know how to love a woman from God's point of view. And how do you love a woman? I'm going to get into that shortly. How do you love? God has to be in you. God has, spirit have to communicate with your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotion, and your soul communicate with your body, and you carry it out. That's how it goes. You need the Spirit of God. If you don't have the Spirit of God, you can't love a woman. You could have all the money in the world. You could take her all around the world. You could give her all the money and all that kind of stuff. But in the end, you're gonna have a poop butt looking face or expression when the woman say, I'm not happy. That's right. You're gonna say, I give you all this and you ain't happy. Yeah, because she have a hunger. A woman have a deep hunger to be loved with attention, and she wants to be cared for. She wants to be pampered. The woman that God give you, like I have said before, is just like you're a little shepherd, brother, but you're not the shepherd, Jesus. You like a little shepherd, and your wife is like a sheep. You have to care for your sheep that God gives to you. Now, in Psalm 37, 4 through 5, Psalm 37, 4 through 5, Psalm 37, 4 through 5. This is how it started, brother. Listen to this. This is how it started with your relationship with God. It say, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him and he will act. Listen again, brother. They go for you too, sister, but we're talking about relationship and we're talking about a man. It say, delight yourself in the Lord. It's all about the Lord. It's all about, you ain't got to go around to sing that song, it's all about the Lord. It's all about the Lord. It means that you have to be mindful of the Lord, and you have to be conscious of how you think, how you talk, and how you move in front of people. Because, brother, you have to represent the Lord. How do you represent the Lord? You got to be in contact with him every day. When you in the Lord, brother, you don't have no time off. You don't punch no clock out when it comes to the Lord. It's every day. Long as you're awake, it's every day, 24/7, unless you sleep. But when you're awake, you don't have no time off when it comes to the Lord. Not 1 second. When it comes to the Lord said, I'd rather for you to be hot or cold. The Lord don't want you to play in between, brother. You got to be hot or cold when it comes to the Lord. So when it comes to a relationship with the Lord, you got to be hot. When it comes to a relationship with a woman don't want you to be hot or cold. She don't want you to be wishy-washy. She don't want you to be lukewarm. A woman want to clearly to see where you coming from. Are you all in or are you partly in? And some of you sisters, you allow a man to be partially in. Because there are some women that say, at least I got a piece of a man. You need, if you get in a relationship with a man, you need that man to be 100% in. Not 90%, 80%, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. You need that man to be in the relationship 100%. After God, sister, that man should have you as his focus if he knows the right thing to do. Now, a man, my sister, and I have said this before, a man has to be serious-minded with you. He must commit to you, and he must move towards a covenant relationship. If a man cannot cross these 3 hurdles, he's not the man for you. He's just wasting your time. And brother, if you can't go all the way with a woman, you just wasting her time and you wasting your time. If you are not willing to get 100, if you're not willing to invest 100% in a woman that you claim that you love, leave her alone. Leave her alone if you can't do it. And I'm talking mostly to my spiritual brother, not the worldly man. Because what I'm talking about when it comes to these worldly men, they probably think, oh, this crazy what this guy talking about. He talk about the Lord too much. I don't see why I know how to love a woman. I don't need the Lord to show me because I got it like that. That's how some worldly men me think I got it like that. I ain't got to listen to having a relationship with the Lord. I got a relationship with the Lord. I done heard about Jesus, but he don't have no relationship with Jesus. Therefore, he can't love you, sister, to the max. A man should wait for God to bring a good woman to him. Now, the rest of the question, this what a man, after a man established a relationship with God, it progressed to this. So a man got a purpose in his life because he spent time with God. Now, God is not about to bring a woman to you, the right woman, a good woman to you, until you hit these 7 points, brothers. You have to master these 7 points in order for God to bring you a good woman. Yes, brother, you are imperfect. That woman is imperfect, but you're not looking for no perfect woman. If you have a desire, God gonna bring the right woman and put her in your life. She might not be the finest. She might not look glamorous. Because the Lord look at the heart. Man look at the appearance. Now, it ain't nothing wrong now. It ain't nothing wrong with the Lord sprinkle a little nice look on that woman. It ain't nothing wrong with the Lord sprinkle a little, meat on that woman. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't hold God back. Don't hold him back now. So, you said, Lord, bring me a good woman. But you know what I like, Lord. Then you wink at the Lord like they said, you know what I like now. But let the Lord bring the woman to you. Now, a few questions that a man has to ask himself after he understands his purpose with the Lord, after the man know who he is, his relationship with the Lord, when that man know why the Lord got him here, is for a purpose. And then where he's going, a destination. Once that man get all of this done, then here goes some steps. It's 7 steps, brother, that you need to meet with the help of the Lord so the Lord can know you ready for a woman. Number 1, ask yourself this question, brother. Can I love a woman? You have to you have to take an honest look at yourself and say, can I love a woman? Now, some people say, what is love? Love is the ability to love a woman to a way where you don't keep scores. It's called unconditional love. You see, when you love a woman, you don't put no conditions on her. You know why you don't put no condition on no woman? Because God's going to bring you a good and right woman. So when that God bring that woman to you, she's going to already be equipped because she's going to be a Proverbs 31 woman. So you have to love that woman, and you can't keep score. Let's look at the game of basketball. You at the scores table, and let's say right now, who playing now? Golden State and Boston playing, right? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say that your woman brother is Steph Curry, the female version. She the female version of Steph Curry for the Golden State Warriors. She make a mistake and hit somebody because she want that ball, right? But and you at the score table, you're gonna call you the referee and you working at the score table. So you're gonna call a foul on her, and then you're gonna write it in the book, foul. So you keeping up with the foul so you can throw her out the game, right? With God don't work like that. God does not work like that. Thank you, Sister Cheryl. God does not work like that. God don't keep no scores on his sons and daughters. So if God does not keep no score, and he's forgiving and he's understanding because he sent his son Jesus to die for our sin. So God don't keep no score for us if we believe in his son Jesus. So brother, you have to have the spiritual mentality when you love a woman. You have to love her in an understanding way because she's a woman. She's the weaker vessel. You got to love her in an understanding way. I'm not saying that the woman is less intelligent or stupid or nothing like that, but she's emotional. It's just natural. She's emotional. So after you love this woman in an unconditional way, it moves to, you have to ask yourself this question: can I lead a woman? You have to ask yourself, can I lead a woman? The Lord put you at the head of the relationship, brother. He did not put the woman at the head, because he would have done that back in the Garden of Eden. He would have put Eve at the head of the relationship. Before Adam and Eve fell, they was equal in responsibility. But when they fell, Eve got caught up in that emotion. She got caught in emotion. So God said, I'm going to redefine the relationship. Adam and Eve. He told Adam how it's going to be. He's going to have to work. He's going to have to work to the day he died. He's going to have some problems with what he's doing. The woman, if she has some children, you're going to go through some serious labor pain. And not only that, you got a nature because you're going to want to control your husband. You're going to want to make him a man. That's your nature. You want to make, that's the flesh. You're going to want to make him, you want to make the man. But you ain't going to do that. He's going to rule over you. So brother, do you understand that you supposed to rule over your wife? Not be a dictator. Now let's get it straight. We're not talking about a dictator. We're talking about a leader. A leader that knows how to lead. A leader listens. But I'm going to get to that shortly. You have to be able to be a leader. Can you lead this woman? You don't want, they're just like their brothers. This like their brother. You ask a woman out on a date, some of you single brothers. You ask a woman out on a date, she said, yeah. You get to her house to pick her up. And then you open the door for her, she get in the car, and then you walk back around and get in the driver's seat, and then you look at her and say, what you want to do? What sense does that make? You asking a woman what she want to do. You supposed to have a plan. When you deal with a woman, brother, you have to have a plan. If a woman asks you where we going, you supposed to have a destination. Especially if you're going to marry a woman, you have to have direction, because she's going to follow your lead. You're not supposed to follow her lead. That's unnatural. Ain't no be no two heads in no one house. If you have two heads in one house, that's a freak. If you all see an individual walking down the mall with two heads on the body. That's a freak. That's supposed to be in Barnum and Bailey circus or the black circle, whatever you want to put them. Anybody that got two heads on their body, people going to stop and look because it's not natural. It's natural for a head to be on a neck. Brother, you are the head. The woman is the neck. Understand it, brother? You are the head. The woman is not the head. She the neck. What does the neck do? The neck supports. That's what the neck does. You need a woman to support. If you don't have a woman that's going to support, and you call yourself in a relationship with a woman, that's what you need. And the woman that come into your relationship, she got to understand that she's the neck. She's connected to you. She supports you. If she's going to turn in a way, she's going to turn you the right way. She's not going to turn you the wrong way. When she speaks, she's going to be speaking from thus says the Lord. She's going to tell you some things from God's perspective because God going to give her wisdom. So when you listen to her, she's going to be telling you something that's going to be beneficial to God and you because you represent God. And she's going to tell you something because it's going to benefit you, brother. It's going to benefit her. And plus, if she have children. So it's going to benefit everybody. Third, you got to ask yourself this question. Can I provide for a woman? The question, do you live with your mama? Do you still live with your mama? Do you live in the basement with your mama? Is your mama taking care of you? Do you have some kind of income coming in? Are you living with another woman? Are you in a relationship with another woman? Are you living with some more men? Or are you standing alone? Do you have a place to call your home? Do you have a place where if that woman and you talk, she could come in where you at? Or you could move somewhere else where she could come? Can you lead this woman? Can you do that, brothers? Can you provide for her? Can you give her more than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Can you do that? If you still living with your mama, if you live with another woman, if you living with other guys, you're not ready for a woman. You're not ready for a wife. Don't even date. If you ain't got yourself together, don't even date. Don't try to get in a relationship with no woman and you up in your 40s and 50s and she got herself established and you ain't got yourself established. You ain't even got a pot to urinate in. But you want a woman. She had to come pick you up. You can't go pick her up. You still riding a bicycle. You baby boy. You Jody. You just a baby boy. You still riding your, now you worse than Jody. You riding a tricycle. Are you riding a tricycle? Are you on a skateboard? You looking for a woman to take care of you. You looking for a woman to take care of you. And some of these women, some of you sisters, I'm going to blame some of you sisters. If this is you, I'm sorry, but I'm about to step on your toe. If you have a man living with you and you doing everything on you, it's all on you. Why are you going to let a man move in with you and he ain't got nothing coming in? He can't do nothing. The only thing he could do is come in your house and tell you what you need to do. And he's not looking for no job because you got the job. You paying all the bills. He taking you to work in your car. And then he come pick you up late, if he show up. And you have to get a ride from somebody else at your job to get home. Everybody that left the job but you. You the last one out there waiting for your man. And then he pull up late and he have an excuse. He said, I had something to do. And he ain't working. He take you home. And then he say, what we gonna eat today? How you doing, Sister Angela? What we gonna eat today? I'm hungry. Then you say, what you been doing all day? The house messed up. This joke ain't got no joy. He been playing Madden football all day. That right, Sister Ron, that's your son, not your man. He been playing Madden football. Now, don't get me wrong now. Even though I say Madden football, cause I play Madden football, but guess what? I take care of business here. That's my pleasure. That's not me. So I'm talking about for those guys that do it and they ain't got no job. And then next thing you know, he asking you to borrow money. And he said, I'll pay you back. And he ain't got no job. And you say, you ain't got no job, but he said, I got you. Then this is what he throw on some women. I love you. And that just melts you. I love you. You give him some money. He get in your car going to ladies' night. You in the bed. You said, when you gonna come back? I'm not gonna be out long. So he go to ladies' night, and you looking at TV. You read the Bible. If you're reading the Bible, because by that time it's gonna get late, and you don't want to read the Bible because you wonder what he's doing. You call his cell phone, he not responding. You texting him, he not responding. He at the club talking to another senorita at the club. He take this other woman out and show her your car. So he rolling big. Not before he got to your car, he buying this woman drinks on your money. He buying this other woman drinks on your dime. Not only your dime, he got your credit card. He got your American Express. Don't leave home without it. So he didn't leave home without your American Express. So he using your American Express, wiping up everything. He the big boy. Then he take the woman out to your car. And she get blown away. Because there are some women that get blown away with cars. So that's right, Sister Flo. He talking to Betty Boo. So he take Betty Boo to the car. Rico, that is. Rico take Betty Boo to the car. And he flexing like it's here. And she walking around and saying, ooh, you sure got a nice car. He said, you want to go for a ride? Then he ride with her. Then he talked to her because while he was in the club, he kept giving her all kind of drinks. Because you know why he was buying her all those drinks, right? Because she was on the fence. So he gave her some drinks, and it was ladies' night, and she came down there with her girls, and she told her girl, you all could leave because he's going to take me home. But before she get home, he probably go to, Motel 6 or something like that. Why? Because she got intoxicated. So he took advantage of her, and then, you know how it goes, right? Then you take her home, and you still looking at, and then you looking at the clock because you wondering when he gonna come home. So you halfway go to sleep, right? So by maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, because before he come home, he got to go to the Waffle House. He got to go to the Waffle House with the boys that don't have no job, right? He go to the Waffle House. Then he leave the Waffle House, and then after 3, it's about 5 in the morning. It's about time for you to get up. So he come home. That's right. He come home, and you laying on your side, but he can't see you. But you looking at the clock when he come in, because you hear that door. He don't open the door real heavy. He take his clothes off before he get in the room, right? And he ease in, and he slide in the bed, right? Then he put his arm around you and he kiss you on the cheek. And your eye looking at the clock. And he want to kiss on you and all that kind of stuff. And he said, I love you. You gonna get up and cook some breakfast? That's what some of you sisters do. For some of these guys that don't want to provide for you. Number 4, you have to ask yourself, brother, can I protect a woman? Can you protect a woman? When you and that woman go out, are you concerned with protecting her? You don't want her thinking about something that could go wrong. You supposed to be vigilant and watch out for things that could happen. That's why I always say, this is what I always say, and it's so simple, brothers. It's simple like this. When you go into a restaurant, brother, sit where you can watch that door. You don't supposed to sit with your back to the door. She's supposed to sit with her back to the door. You sit where you can see the door, because how it is now, that's right, brother Moses, you got to be aware of your surroundings. And you all should know that by now, because how a lot of crazy people going shooting up places. You definitely better have your eyes looking. While she have her back to the door, if a nut come in to where you all eating, what you should say something like, if something go off, you should talk to her in a calm way. You don't supposed to panic. You're supposed to say, listen to me. I want you to stop eating, and I want you to do exactly what I say. I want you to put your head up under the table. And she gonna say, why you want me to put my head on the table? I ain't gonna do that. We ain't at home. I'm not talking about that. I want you to put your head up under the table. Because you're trying to protect her. You see what's about to go out. You're supposed to do whatever you could do to protect your woman. That's just an example. Number 5, you need to ask yourself this, brother. Can I listen to a woman? Are you a good listener? You got to understand it, brother. Most women talk more than men. Women like to talk. Women like to talk. No, they don't like it. They love to talk. They love to talk. Let me tell you something, brother. Just check this out. If you go to an event and your woman's sitting right by you, and let's say some more people close by, while you talking to your woman on the right, let's say her girlfriend is sitting right by her. Let's say her girlfriend is sitting right by her, and her girlfriend talking to somebody. While your wife talking to you, she listened to that other conversation. And when you take a breath, she turn around and she join in on that conversation. They like to communicate. So, and let me tell you something, bro. Let me give you something free. Let me give you something free. This free of charge. Let me tell you something. A lot of time, brother, this ain't no manipulation what I'm about to talk about, but this wisdom. A lot of time, brother, you don't have to say that much to a woman. You don't. All you have to do is say a few words, and she'll start talking. Like, for example, you come in the house, and you greet her, you say, hey, how you doing? In my case, I say, hey, Cinderella, how you doing? Because she be smiling. She say, hey, how your day? This is Cinderella. Hey, how your day going? Oh, okay. It's going okay. But anyway, you talk, and then she might want something to say. I got something to tell you. And you say, if you know your woman, you know she could probably be long-winded, right? You say, okay, hold on. So you go disrobe and get in something comfortable. And when you go get in something comfortable, then you say, okay, tell me. And when she start going, listen to what she say. You ain't got to say but a few words. When she say something, then you say, really? She keep on talking. That happened? What? No. And she be filling in. And then she go back and tell her friend, my husband really listened to me, but you ain't really said that much. All you did was say a few words, but you were listening. You understand? You were listening. That's what she want. As a matter of fact, brother, the woman that you get in a relationship with, she's supposed to be your best friend other than God. You understand? The woman that you supposed to be moving towards engagement and getting married, that's your best friend. Your boys aren't your best friend no more. Your mama ain't your best friend. Your dad ain't your best friend. Your sister, your brother, the guy that you went to school with, they're not your best friend. After God, it's your wife, not anybody else. That's your best friend after God. They love to be, you see, when you listen to your woman, brother, remember they love attention. I mean, they love attention. So you give her attention, and when she talk, brother, look at her. Look at her. Why is she talking? Because you don't look at her, she's going to say, are you listening to me? Look at her. And why is she talking? Look at her, and that's what I said. You don't. That really happened. Who did that? You don't have to say that much. She would talk, and she would feel good because you were looking at her, you were giving her attention, and you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you were listening twice as much than you were talking. And she's going to be happy. Then after she said whatever she's going to say something like, are you hungry? Yes. Then she go, and she's going to be in there cooking and stuff. If she ain't cooked yet, she's going to be cooking, smiling, and all that kind of stuff. Then you go in there and kiss on the neck or the cheek. Yes. She good to go. Now, number 6. Do I know how to talk to a woman? You got to ask yourself this. Do I know how to talk to a woman? How do you talk to a woman? You have to talk to her with understanding. You have to kill Brother Moe and say, I'm guilty. When I was married, I used to get tired of I have a question. Yep. Let me tell you. So, sisters, brothers, do I know how to talk to a woman? When you talk to a woman, brother, listen to this. You're not talking to a man. You're not talking to a man. Let me tell you something. Most women would say, I want to know the truth. Most women would say, I want the truth. Even if it hurt, I want to know the truth. Even if it hurt. Bro, let me tell you something. When you tell her the truth, I'm not saying don't tell the truth. When you talk to a woman in a truthful way, that stuff what she said, tell me the truth and I can take it. Majority of the time, you tell a woman some real truth. Remember, they're emotional. When you tell her the truth, you got to say it in a way. If she asks you a question, you got to say it in a way where it don't damage her that much. You understand? You got to ask where you have to know how to skillfully answer a question. When you talk to a woman, you have to have your word seasoned. You got to talk, when you talk to a woman, brother, you got to bring you got to bring your voice down a level. And you're supposed to talk in a caring way. When you talk to her, you have to look at her and you talk to her like she got sense. You don't talk to her like, in your mind, you shouldn't be saying, when I talk to her, she don't know what I'm talking about. But you don't think that way. You talk in a way, you may have to rephrase what you say to her. And when you say something to her, what you need to say, do you understand? Because even though you say something, that don't mean that she understands. She could take it in the wrong way. So you say, do you understand what I just said? And if she say, yeah, what you need to say, well, tell me what you understand about what I said. Because you want it to be clear. You don't want her walking away and she forming something in her mind. You don't want that, brothers. Remember, she's not a man. You have to talk to her in a caring way. Because you see, your word, brother, it could build her up or it could break her down. So when you talk to a woman, you're supposed to talk to your woman. You have to encourage her. You use words to encourage her. That's how you have to do it. You have to encourage her. You don't talk down to her. You can't say stuff like, you don't cook like my mama. My other woman, she used to do this. You don't be telling that woman that, but you don't be comparing her with other women. You have to deal with her where she at. If it's something that you need from her, you have to express that to her. And if it's something that you need and she don't know quite how to do it, if you know how to do it, you're supposed to show her. If she don't know, you get help to show her. So you got to understand how to talk. You have to know how to talk the time that woman get up in the morning to the time she go to bed. Most of the time, brother, since you the leader, if it's something real heavy, you go talk to Jesus before you talk to your wife. Don't talk to your wife first before you talk to Jesus. You talk to Jesus first. Jesus know how to handle the problem better than your wife. Because you see, when you talk to Jesus, Jesus' spirit could tell you something what you need to do as a man. You understand it, brother? As a man, he would tell you what to do. There's something that you discuss with your woman, but you don't discuss everything with her. It's something that you have to keep. Because you see, the main thing, brother, you want her to have peace. You don't want your wife to worry, your woman to worry. You don't want that. You want her to be peaceful. You want when you go to bed and she laying in the bed, you want her to be smiling when she at the bed. Even though she might have her mouth open, she might be slow. You want her to look, you want her to be happy. Like I have told you all this before, sometimes when I go to bed, I could go in the bedroom and Cinderella be smiling. She be smiling in her sleep. I said, what's she smiling about? She be smiling. You see, the thing about it is, I want her to go to sleep and I want her to feel at peace. I don't want her to go to bed from an argument that we had. Speaking of arguments and stuff, brother, if you have a disagreement with a woman, try to solve it before you go to bed. The bedroom for only two things. That's relaxation and recreation. Remember that, brother. Your bedroom is for two reasons. Relaxation and recreation. I need to say that again. Your bedroom, brother, is for relaxation and recreation. You don't want nothing heavy going in the bedroom, brother. Everything heavy. You don't even talk about heavy stuff in the bedroom. You don't go to bed with heavy stuff. You get that stuff solved before you go to bed. You understand that? And the final thing, my brother, number 7, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to die for that woman? Am I willing to die for her? In John chapter 15:13, that's John 15:13, Jesus said this. Yeah, no outside pillow talk. Jesus said this, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Listen to what Jesus said. Jesus said, no greater love. Now, how does a man love a woman? He has to be willing to lay his life down for her. Remember the number one thing I said. This how I'm wrapping it up. Number 7 goes all the way back to number 1. Greater love. Jesus talking. Jesus said, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. Question is that woman that you plan on marrying, you engaged to, and get married, do you see where you will lay down your life for that woman? If you don't see where you will lay down your life for the woman, just like Jesus laid down his life for the world, and he was resurrected, right? So, brother, you shouldn't fear death. You should not fear death. You should put your life on the line for the woman, because if you believe in the resurrection, that's not the end of you. That's just the beginning of you, call. If you die on behalf of your wife, your soul going to come out the body. You still going to be alive. Your body just going to be dead. Your body going to be dead, brother, but your soul live on. You see, you want to leave a legacy for your wife, and if you have children. You want your wife to say, I know my man loved me, because this man or this gang that came up on me, they were trying to rob me and stuff, and he went at those men. Yes, he did, but he went at them while I ran. I ran calling for help, but he slowed them up so I could run like I could do like Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. Brother, do you love your woman? Do you have a relationship with God? Remember this. A man should wait for the Lord to bring a good woman. And this will happen. Once you read these points, brother, the Lord know you ready for a woman. That's right, and the love is an action word. The Lord know you ready for a woman. You know when he brought Eve to Adam, Adam had everything together. You know when Rebecca came to Isaac, he had everything together. You know when Ruth came to Boaz, he had everything together. You know when Abraham when Sarah was with Abraham, he had everything together. Joseph and Mary, he had everything together. It don't matter about his income level. Did he have everything together? Did he have a relationship with God? Did he love you, sister? Does he love you, sister? Do you see that you want to follow this man, sister? Do you see this man providing for you, sister? Do you see this man protecting you, sister? Do you see this man listening to you, sister? Do you see this man, can you feel this man talking into you, not at you? And do you see this man laying his life down for you? When a man, brother, you have to be patient. Be patient, and the Lord going to bring you that virtuous woman. The woman that you want, that's not the woman that you need. The woman that you really want. Bro, let me tell you something. You let the Lord bring the woman to you. You don't go running after no women, brother. You know, the world say run after a woman. The world said pursue a woman. The world would say jump through hoop for a woman. The world would say perform for a woman. The world would say get the bag for the woman. The world would say this. The world would say that. Relationship coach saying you have to have this. That men and women, you have to have this. You have to have that for a woman. No. Bump that crap. The question is, do you have your life together with God? Do you have your purpose for God? Do you know who you are, why you here, where you going so you can lead? Brother, are you that prepared man? So when you're ready, God going to do something amazing. If you have a desire, you know what God going to do for you, brother? Remember in Psalms 37, 4 through 5, 37, 4 through 5, Psalm 37, 4 through 5 said, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will act. So, brother, if you delight in the Lord, if you're doing everything God wants you to do, God know you got a desire, and God going to hand pick that good woman for you. She's not going to be perfect. I'm telling you, she ain't going to be perfect because you're not perfect, brother. But God going to bring the right woman in for you. Not for that other man, that man, that man. Now, God got that right woman for you. And with that said, my brother and sister, thank you for coming to dinner with your brother Tony. I hope that you all had a good meal. I hope that I filled you up. If I didn't fill you up, I got some plates. I could give you some plates, and you take it and share it with your friends. Share this meal with your friends, brothers and sisters. Share, share, share. And by the way, some of you brothers and sisters, listen to me carefully before we go. I have a page on YouTube. Yeah, your brother Tony got a page on YouTube. I need 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live on YouTube. I'm almost there. I got about 760, I believe 760 some subscribers. I need a few more people so I can feed other people some of this. So I can go live over there. Because I got other brothers and sisters, other places. I love you, brothers. I love you. Oh, when you go to my page, it's Tony M. Toomer on YouTube. I got some of my videos saved over there. I'm telling you, brother and sister, I want to help other people too. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. Peace out. Thank you, Brother Mosley.